back to my channel. This is Varda Sharma. I just wanted to share a card idea with you that did not let me sleep. Yes, you see I have been doing some 3D embossing and some die cutting, but please don't be worried. I had help in doing all the hard parts. So here we are. Let me first show you the things we are going to use and the general idea, and then probably I'll just put music as I assemble it. So for the card base, I wanted it to have like a washi tape at the bottom. I'm trying to go with the technique where we are using washi tape as a grounding point for my focal images or my focal die cuts or sentiments and everything. So whatever is the main design, I'm using washi tape as the focal point. I just did not want the rest of the card to be just plain, so I added dry embossing with this organic linen 3D embossing folder from Altenew. Just something basic, will not take the attention away from anything else, but yes, there is texture. So that is one thing that I've used. My die cuts today. Oh, let's talk about washi tapes for just a minute. So my washi tapes came from Amazon. I'm planning to use this one, which is a little bit wider, and these extremely thin ones. I'll link to the actual supplies below, but these are something I just saw and fell in love with. They are all rainbow colors with gold foil on top, and they are very slim, skinny. I'm sorry about the background music. Today I wanted to show you how I normally work, and this is how I work. So I have music playing in the background. Bollywood, English songs, doesn't matter. Some music. Okay. So let me know if it bothers you in the comments. So next time I won't try something like this. But yeah, so these are the washi tapes I used. I'm going to use this one. And then I always like to have like a distinguishing line between one pattern and the next, so that it's easy on the eyes to go from. It's not a 1 and 2, and it's not very jarring, so to say. It's easy on the eyes. So I'm thinking I'll just add this with a very slim gold line, and gold will also go with the rest of my designs that I'm going to show you. So these two are the washi tapes I'm using. And for the sentiment, I have actually cut them. This is what I find very convenient when I'm using the chipboard stickers. These are from 2 of the Spellbinders kits. I believe this might be January, if I'm not wrong, or December, and then this one was February. So February or March, February, yeah. I'll link to the actual ones below. Don't worry about the supplies. So I picked up these two, and I wanted to combine love and happy birthday. So it should say happy birthday, love. To make it convenient to handle these chipboards, I simply cut them out with their plastic transparent sheet underneath. That way I can place them wherever I want. I can play with them, play with the placement, and without risking the adhesive being exposed. So these two things we are going to use. I also wanted some floral element, and these two were sitting on my desk, so I just decided to go with them. I'm going to try to not do the flowers exactly as they are here, just because I've seen them everywhere like this, so I just want to make something different. I just wanted a small little leafy branch, and this was too large. I actually cut it, and this is where I usually die cut everything and keep it here while I use. Small container, it's very handy to have. So I picked up this one, and this leaf seemed to be perfect. So we are going to probably use it or not, depending on, but I have it ready in case I need it. The colors I have picked are colors for my flowers. I have picked are pale pink and slightly darker but still lighter pink and gold. These are all from the Roses cardstock paper collection from Recollections. I really like their paper for die cutting, especially when it comes in packs like this. It's very easy to do what I'm doing today, like seamless color transition, seamless hues. I don't have to think about mixing and matching. I have picked up at least 3 or 4 of their papers like this. This one, and then the yellow one, and the green one. This green one is from my stash, but I'll probably link the other green one because I don't remember where this one came from. It's very similar, so I linked to this green over here, and this green seems to be very similar to what I have here. So I'm going to probably just link this for you, just in case you're wondering where this came from. I don't remember that one. This one is the feathered green collection, and it comes in hues like this of green. Really love it. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, what we're going to do is, on the bottom we are going to arrange the washi tape. What I did was I used that washi tape also to hold my card in place while I was working on it. So I used one layer of the whole width of washi tape. Sorry, my hair, I needed to be right on top of that card just to line it up at the bottom edge. So I did line up the whole width of that washi tape at the bottom, and then I used it to position the card in one place, and I could work on it like without the card moving on me. When I tried to use the whole width of washi tape again, I felt like it was too much higher than what I wanted. So for a washi tape like this, which has got a horizontal design, I was easily able to trim it to half of its width, and I used only half of the width, in fact the bottom 4 lines, to go over the washi tape that I had already placed. So 1.5 layers, not full 2 layers, and that allowed me to get a good coverage, or the bottom edge was wide enough for me when I did that. And then I added the thin washi tape that I had talked about earlier. I think in this particular case it would have worked if I had not added this also, because I had already done the 3D embossing on the other pattern, and since nothing was really very different between the two patterns, washi tape this particular washi tape at least is semi-transparent, so it wasn't looking very stark contrast between the washi tape and the non-washi tape area of this card. But still, since I had it, I just added a strip of that, and it pulled the gold together onto the background, so I liked it. Next, I tried to arrange the flowers however I wanted. I had cut out 2 smaller pieces of flowers and 2 bigger pieces of flowers. I think in the original intent, or the way these flowers are shown, they have come on the packaging, the Spellbinders die packaging, is they have combined one of the smaller one and one of the bigger one together. I kind of have seen it so many times that I didn't want to go down that path. I took 2 similar size pieces but in slightly different colors, a pale pink and a little bit darker but still light pink, and I arranged the 2, and I was trying to see how exactly I want them to look like. I had this idea of making those 5, like the dandelion stalks it looks like to me, those 5 things with gold dots on top peek through, but then I gave up that idea because it felt like too much. It felt like the gold would not be peaking enough. It was too far down. Didn't like that idea much. I'll try it in another card and see if a different arrangement works. But for this one, I simply offset the 2 petals and added a gold theme, the piece at the bottom, and then I added it to some of the leafy branches. The smaller leafy branch is actually from a completely different set. I just used the 2 leaves, and the 3rd leaf I chopped off a little bit of it so that I could use it as the bottom for my flower, and that worked out perfectly fine. The gold piece, the topmost piece, which is a slightly edgy kind of a piece, I just kept it gold to tie in the rest of my design together. So I just wanted to share this with you because you don't have to make the flowers exactly as they are intended every single time. You can mix and match, and you can feel free to make it your own, whatever design you get. The same thing I'm doing with this smaller flower. I made a bird again with the 2 shades of pink, and I made a smaller flower again. This time I put the slightly darker pink on top, and still offset the 2 petals, so to say, and added the gold at the bottom. For the bird I did the same thing, again 2 slightly different colors, and added the gold dot at the bottom. And on that twig itself I arranged one as a flower and one as a bud. For the bird I still kept the green flower stalk on top, because typically that's what you see in nature, isn't it? You see the buds still have that green showing at the bottom, and when the flower is completely blooming, the green kind of takes a back seat. So that's what I wanted to do here. Just wanted to get some different designs out of these different die sets. That's it. So that's what I did. I put the flower one on top of the green, but the bud one under the green, just for some fun, so to say. And next I went ahead and arranged my letters. The yellow line on that washi tape really helped line up the centers properly, and I don't think I did the spacing exactly as it was before. I arranged it to be the way I wanted it. I think I placed the letters a bit close together, but that looks good for this design, so I just went with it. And then I arranged the 2 flowers, one coming from the bottom right and another from the top left, and that's it. That's probably it. That's this whole card. Put the 2 flowers and then add some gems, and most of it I just used liquid glue. In fact, when I was taking photographs of this card, the top chipboard sentiment that says happy birthday, I felt like it was a little bit loose. It kept moving on me, so I went and I added a liquid glue even under that chipboard sticker, just for some extra stability. I don't want the sentiments to move and the card to look wonky when I give it to somebody, right? So I just fixed that, and again fixed the leaf, made sure everything was secure in whatever place I put it there, and finished it off with some gems. I don't think I stamped anything on the inside for this. No, not for this one. I called this project done. That's it. For trimming the edges on the card, I just used a T-square ruler and my cutting mat and my thumb knife, because that was the easiest. It's a straight cut. The ruler made sure I did not accidentally go onto the card itself, and it was just the one line and the washi tape was clean. So that's it, and final sprinkling of some gems and we are done. I hope you like this idea. Several things we did here. We did use washi tape as a grounding mechanism for the focal point. We played with the dies and actually created different looking flowers from what you see on the packaging, and we used chipboard stickers from 2 different cards because they work together seamlessly. That's what happens with these kits. Even if you are combining elements from 2 kits, since these kits, especially the Spellbinder ones, since they are monthly, from month to month the colors are not that significantly different. They are pretty, at least you will find some elements that are pretty close in colors. So I find it easier to mix and match elements from the subsequent month kits, and it works more often than it does not. So I encourage you to give it a try, and let's continue this series with washi tape and play with some more design ideas. Keep watching, keep watching, and keep sharing your love for creativity. Thank you so much. Thanks for dropping by. I hope you like something here, and I hope you do subscribe and like this video. Thanks. You have a great day.